We are recording, so we're recording. Bitcoin is testing our 32,000. Welcome to a new video. Obviously, this is Sunday. Okay, this is my day. Normally, I don't make a video today, but I figured, hey, we're pushing up on this 32. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about where we are. That's why we're having a bit of a different video format with the webcam and everything else. But Bitcoin is sitting at around 32,000. It is working hard to keep at this level. Again, we've talked about this before. We could see a sub 30K Bitcoin. It's not out of the question. Even seeing a Bitcoin around the $20,000 price, that wouldn't be out of the question at this point, especially depending on how we smash through this barrier. Now, ideally, what I would like to see again is what we talked about, where we would just kind of trade down here for a little bit and then come back up. And then go up for a recovery. But the reality is we could go through a sort of bear market within this market cycle. Now, again, at the end of the day, this is all bullish in terms of the long term. What's going to happen? There's still a lot of projects that aren't really done. So for me, I'm a little happy that we're getting this delay in the market, and I understand why people can be freaked out. Trust me, 50% of my portfolio is completely gone. Well, not completely gone. It's still in crypto, and that's the big thing. And if you understand that, you were buying up in here, maybe you have a portfolio around, let's say 10,000. Let's say you were following my portfolio series and buying since February, right? Let's say that. Even the portfolio series, let's pull that up really quick. But if you've been buying since the portfolio series, probably you were in the red. I'm most likely in the red on the portfolio series. Not quite, but we're getting up there. So I'm not sure if you can see that. But around $4,800, which is around what we've deposited. I think we made a little bit of money, most likely because of Cardano. Cardano's holding pretty well. We didn't buy a lot of Bitcoin and everything else, so I think generally we're okay. But the reality is we could see further downturns from here, and at this point, it is now the time to increase your dollar cost average. Now, in terms of trends, we've talked about the trend before, right? The trend is going to dictate what the market is going to do next. We could see some green candles, but ultimately the trend at this point is looking bearish, and we could be in this bearish trend for a while. It doesn't mean that we can't stay around this area. It doesn't mean that we can't dip further. But it does mean at this point, I highly doubt a V-shaped recovery is in the cards. I don't think that we'll just bounce out of this and all of a sudden have support and then make it to an incredible Bitcoin by the end of the year. I think a lot of people at this point are now, instead of looking at September 2021, which I looked at even previously before, I'm guilty enough to say that was my estimate. But now I think it's more in lines to say that we're most likely going to end sometime in 2022. And I don't think it would be bad to end something like end of year at 2022, somewhere like December or sometime in the fall. I don't think that would be a bad scenario. Now, if that did happen, where could Bitcoin capitulate to? And we've talked about that. And we've said if Bitcoin drops, it's going to drop from 100K. It's going to drop from 100K to maybe 50K to maybe the 45K zone. Obviously, we haven't dropped from 100K. We have a lot of support here at the 32. I'd hope that we could hold the 32 and maintain this as our drop price and our trade bear market. But the reality is we could even go further from here, right? We could go under the 32, trade down in the 20s, and then eventually make a move up. So we are looking at a bearish trend. So we are going to continue down before we make ground up. And again, that could happen sometime in 2020, which I think would be ideal for most people, especially the people that have been getting in here. I know these people are panicked. These people maybe sold some assets to get in, worked 2 jobs to get in, put all their money into crypto. And now they're panicking, seeing all of it basically in the negative. But at this point, this is where you buy, right? We talk about this all the time on the channel. We've said this numerous times, and I just want to reiterate it one big time just to get this point across because it's so important. My portfolio is still in the green. The reason why my portfolio is still in the green is because I was buying all through the bear market. Well, all through 2020. So I missed the first half of the bear market. I missed a whole 2 years of the bear market, right? All of this, I missed all of this, but I got in here. Yeah, around here actually, September 2019, exactly around that point, because I think I got in just at like January. Anyway, irregardless, so the whole point of what I'm trying to say is you're rich in the bear markets, right? You only make a little bit of money in the bull markets. Maybe you get out with a couple of $1,000, cool, right? Or you pay off your mortgage or something. You know, you get $100,000 out of a 50 grand investment, whatever it is. Here is where you dollar cost average $40 to $50, and the next thing you know, each dollar cost average $40 to $50 transaction is worth $1,000, right? This is where the money's made, right? So when we're down here, right, when we're getting in this area, when Bitcoin is capitulating the entire market down, this is where we start buying. And again, you buy little amounts, dollar cost average down, dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out. That is the best way to get in and out of cryptocurrency. We do see prices going pretty crazy right now, and we have officially seen $1 trillion wiped off the crypto market cap entirely. It is breaking down below the 200-day moving average. Will it hold? I don't know. At this point, I'm speculating that it's not going to hold. I know some people are saying that it might, but I don't think so. I think we're going down, and we're probably going to retest some new lows. I don't know if the crypto market cap is going to go below $1 trillion. But if it does go below $1 trillion, I think it would probably bottom out at around 726 trillion, which is still a pretty low number. That's basically the market peak of 2017. XRP is 68 cents. Ethereum is down basically 18.55, which is still not that much. It's basically just March wiped off of it. But, you know, it had retested these levels back in February as well. So you could look at it as a February price. Cardano did break through our $1.50. It fought the good fight. It tried as hard as it can. At this point, Cardano is going to test a new line of support down to $1, around $1. So give or take. Polkadot down to $15. I accumulated a little bit more Polkadot at around 17. So you can't catch every dip. It's going to happen. I bought the dip and it dipped more. It is what it is. I'm long-term bullish on the system. KSM is at 225. BNB. BNB was lower today. Yeah, I definitely saw it a lot lower, but it's looking like it's rebounding at this point. But BNB is still fairly low. And again, I would just be careful as you're getting into the market. If you're putting more money in, I wouldn't be like, if you're putting $1,000 in, right? I'd put $100 every day or whatever you want to work out. Get the dollar cost average so you're not buying a dip and then it goes further down, right? That's the best strategy to do it. That way you're not eating up so much of a negative. But at the same time, if you're long-term crypto, it doesn't matter. Just buy crypto. VeChain is 7 cents. And then we have Link 16. Cell token still doing pretty well at 580. Again, the total crypto market cap is around 1.2, 1.3 trillion dollars. Cardano's still fluttering around there. Bitcoin is sitting at above 30K. How long? I'm not sure. I still think we can test under 30K before any sort of turnarounds happen. Will it happen today? I'm not quite sure, but it very well could. We have Polygon Matic finally joining the team, and I expected this. A lot of tokens maybe held. A lot of tokens maybe held pretty well, but you know, at some point, even a good pump token as pumped as Matic is going to dip a little bit. So it's to be expected. People got to be aware of this, and you know, if this is something that scares you, and I hate to say this, but in all reality, if this, specifically, this event, what's happening right now, if this is making you sell, maybe this isn't the market for you. I'm not saying anything more than that. There are calmer markets, right? You can get into stocks. You can get into other things that can grow and are a little bit safer, all right? Cryptocurrency might not be for you. But if you're here for the future of blockchain technology, if you're here and understand how scarcity works with cryptocurrencies, trustless anonymity in terms of transactions, you understand the gravity of what we are investing in. And still, these prices are a little bit higher than the last bear market. So it is what it is. This market isn't for the faint of heart. You really need to come prepared to lose a pound of flesh. But the people that hold, the people that truly hold through these times are really the people that end up actually coming out with something in the end. And I know it's rough, I know it's hard, but you really got to take your emotions out of it and not think about it. There's a lot of problems I have in my life. There's a lot of issues that I have to deal with on day to day. But I'll tell you right now, my crypto portfolio is not one of them, and it never will be. That's it for me, guys. This was kind of impromptu, so sorry that there's not much editing or great camera or great camera or anything. Go ahead and like the video if you liked the update. Subscribe to the channel for more crypto news and updates. We'll obviously be keeping you updated throughout the week. And of course, happy hodling.